Hey, so my name is Lindsay, and I'm just getting used to being on camera, talking wise. Anyway, um, usually I like to play music, but since I can't go live yet, I'm going to try this experimental art idea. It kind of means a lot to me. They say 1 in 4 people are left-handed. I myself have always been right-handed, but today I'm going to try doing a drawing with my left hand on a piece of canvas. Um, like a lot of people these days, having issues with family, and right now I'm just really concerned about my dad. He's a retired veteran, and he's been losing his mind over the past 6 years. It's like his PTSD is causing some sort of dementia, where he's just not the same as he used to be. He's not as sharp, and quite frankly, I think he's just really depressed. And so today I'm going to try this experimental art in honor of my father. And I'm really hoping that, um, first of all, it turns out well, and that it's not, well, we'll see how it is, because, we can't really guess what something's going to be like until we try it. So, just for reference, this is my right hand, and I'm going to go ahead and write my name. So you can see I am not left-handed, I'm right-handed. That is my name with my right hand, and this is my name with my left hand. Not terrible, but still not as clear as I'd like it to be. So I'm really working on my ambidextrosity, if that's a word yet. Just so I can make full use of my gift of having 2 working hands, and I will begin my experiments now, I suppose. I'm going to pull the Fogarty method of naming my artwork first, and then trying to create the image that comes to mind when I see that name. So this will be entitled Left Hand again. So that was my left hand, and we'll see what it is entitled. So that is a term that I heard my dad using for a while in conversation where he may or may not have been slightly inebriated. And it always kind of like got to me. And the word he actually used was snail on razor blade. And it struck me as odd because, you know, a phrase like that is like, what does it mean? And so as I was writing, because my dad's name starts with a K, the thought came to me about 2025 and how it was just kind of a crazy year for everybody. And so now that the snake has finally shed its skin, I think I'd rather see a snake on a razor blade than a snail. Because honestly, what has a snail ever done to you besides being a victim of accidental crushing, you know? But snakes, however, you know, they can be venomous. They can be, I don't know if they're territorial, but they can be venomous. And, you know, it's just a act of self-defense. I get it. But they creep me out anyway. So this is going to be my attempt to depict the snake on a razor blade. Alright, so what color is our snake? I guess we can use red. So let's see, okay, so, oh, they usually have green eyes, so okay, so this is going to be the snake's body. And for the longest time, as long as I have lived in Texas, I haven't really seen too many snakes, fortunately. I never know how big they're going to be when I finally do see them. The last one I saw was down by Barton Springs back in probably May. So not too bad. It was just like one of those water snakes, but I was still a little bit terrified of it, so I made sure to get out of there right quick. Alright, so just gotta give him a little tongue. I don't know if video is doing any justice to what I'm trying to do here, but okay, so I guess that's his tongue. I don't know, I guess I personify snakes as men, because not all, but many of them can be. So that is the red, that the snake is red. And I'm going to make his eye color green. I've been fortunate to have more good men in my life than bad, but you know, there's definitely room to say that, you know, it can be an improvement in our society. Right, this can be our little snake with the eye, with the left hand. I'm actually pretty happy with how that looks. I'm going to use the gray for the actual razor blade. Once again, I have to make this marker start doing, yep, there we go, okay. Alright, so razor blade, you know, it's thin. It's going to have to be on this angle because I feel like this razor blade is bending, but that's okay. I feel like, you know, the whole snake is trying to slither across at once. So I wish this silver looking marker was a little bit more silvery, like a razor blade. And then I guess, okay, so maybe it's gonna have sharp little things on it. Like, I'm always very particular with my art. Like, maybe this is snake on barbed wire. That could be. Yeah, I think that's what it's turning into. I'm also not a fan of barbed wire, but I don't think it should be a necessity. I think we should be raising our society be a little more, you know, well-rounded in manners and not need such penitentiary, you know, kind of stuff. We shouldn't have to criminalize people at young ages. I think our education system needs a total reboot, and I think if people are willing to come together, we can probably make a difference in society. It's just, you know, your commitment to actually going out and doing the right things every day in society. So I guess that is the, or maybe it's, okay, it could be like a 5 lead. Alright, so I'm getting these little cues from what my body's trying to do when I'm actually trying to depict this image. So, you know, when he said that to me, my dad, a few years ago now, it just struck me as odd. It was an odd little sentence, but you know, he's always been that way. He always has his quirky little descriptions of, you know, the things that go on in the world, and he's a very entertaining man when you get in a conversation with him. People I grew up with, you know, would remember him as being very happy and jolly and, you know, good person to talk to or get stuck in a conversation with for, you know, a couple hours. He used to be such a talker and just so, like, full of life. And, you know, I had to go to Florida a few years ago to help him figure out some financial problems he was having. And, you know, when I got there, I kind of had an idea of what was going on, and my suspicions were affirmed pretty quickly. So, you know, it's 3 years later since I went out there. I finally got back to my chosen hometown of Austin, Texas, and just the year of the snake, 2025, was a very weird year. And, you know, old friendships kind of seemed to fizzle out, and just a different vibe all over town, different businesses taking over. Some, you know, some places are still cool, but there's a lot of places that are just very corporate, you know, heavy, and just not what Austin used to be, not the Austin I fell in love with. And so I'm still glad to be back. It's just different. And so, you know, I'm getting used to the new vibe, and making plenty of new friendships with a lot of great people. So I am thankful for a lot of the people that I met this year. And I'm looking forward to actually doing more around town, to be more community focused. I really want to see Austin get back to the same, you know, energy that it once had. I know it's not going to be perfect, but, you know, there's still enough of us that have been here long enough that, you know, we remember when it was good, it was fun, everyone was cool. I think we still have that potential to actually, you know, stay here and stand our ground. It's a lot of musicians too I'm speaking of. I've seen a lot of my musician friends kind of struggle throughout the past 6 years since, you know, the craziness in 2020. And I'm actually pretty impressed with how this is kind of turning out. I guess I'll give this a little bit more color. Left-handed doodling, and it's got to be, you know, partially due to the fact that I have been playing guitar for some time, so my left hand's not completely useless all the time, but I gotta say, I never really tried to draw or anything like this, so this is pretty cool. If anyone's wondering, the music in the background, this is a album from 2003. It's the Ocean Avenue album by Yellowcard. I think they recently had another big hit, so I'm really proud of them. It's good for them. They keep going. This in and of itself is a great album all the way through. I'll never forget the first time I heard them. It was on Pepsi Smash. It was an old like music show, kind of around the time that American Idol came out, but this was a little bit more low key. I think it was only like once a week, and they featured, you know, bands and everything. And I think the first song that I heard of theirs was Way Away, and that's actually the first song on this album. And beyond that, of course, there's the famous Ocean Avenue, and then Only One was really, really popular back in the emo days. I think I may have seen Yellowcard at probably Warped Tour, you know, maybe 2005, 2006. In my hometown, I was fortunate enough to have a an amphitheater, so we did have Yellowcard, and you know, we had Fall Out Boy and all the good old guys come through. Back in the day. So oh, here's The Only One. This is a good song. So as far as the snake goes, I think by now he's shed its skin, so I wonder if I can just leave it like this. I kind of like it as it is. I'm trying to figure out what he's actually on. Is it a razor blade? Is it just like a bed of like barbed wire? That's a good question. I don't know. I actually think it's I think it's complete. You know, I'm at the point where I'm just like, you know, it's not a rattlesnake. It's your basic, you know, slimy, squiggly boy, and I think, you know, he showed all the skin on his body and also his tongue. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. And yeah, I don't know if anyone's gonna see this video. I don't even have 200 followers yet, so I can't go live. This is a recording, but I'm doing it all in one go. So once again, I'm getting used to actually speaking on camera. So this was something new, a new experiment, and I hope you enjoyed it. I don't even know if this 18-minute video is going to be allowed. We shall see. All right. Y'all keep fighting the oligarchy, and have a good night.